Hello everyone, today we had the big new reveal of the Guardians of the Galaxy game on the Square Enix Presents E3 presentation. Very exciting to finally see the next Square Enix project in collaboration with Marvel, from the developers of Eidos Montreal, who have made other great games like the Deus Ex, Mankind Divided and Human Revolution, comes the Guardians of the Galaxy, a single-player story-driven game with third-person action. In this game, you play as Star-Lord. As leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy, you will lead your other Guardians not only in combat but also on the choices and decisions they make. The story takes place years after a massive galactic war where a bet between the Guardians causes a small accident that takes lives of its own. Now, one thing to know is that the Guardians have been less than a year together during this story. They've been, I guess, a few months together, so they're still developing their relationships. That's, I think, where the whole decision making will take shape in the story. In the gameplay they show us, you can decide the fate of certain characters during certain scenes. For example, one of the Guardians has to pretend to be a prisoner. So you decide if you want Rocket Raccoon to be the prisoner that they're going to pretend to deliver, or deliver Groot instead. However, while there is choices overall in the game, you're still following a same plot path overall. You're still going to lead to the same ending and same beginning. It's the same path forward with the narrative, just that you will have some variations of how you get there, essentially. Now, in terms of the combat, you will be able to level up not only Star-Lord and unlock more abilities, but also your Guardians. Even though you cannot play as the other Guardians, which I know will come off a bit disappointing, you can still upgrade them and command them in battle, for what we saw on the gameplay. The command action abilities that you can say to the Guardians resemble a little bit like the 4 action abilities of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, where you have 4 special attacks that you can command and do together with other heroes. This seems very similar to how you can toggle which action you want to take in the combat for that Guardian. You will also be able to, of course, upgrade Star-Lord, so you can create a variety of different moves. Overall, the gameplay seems to have a lot of action set pieces. The action set pieces resemble a little bit Shadow of the Tomb Raider and even Marvel's Avengers, because Eidos Montreal also helped on the work of Marvel's Avengers at launch, so very likely they were there helping on the project for Marvel's Avengers campaign, and then they kept working on the campaign of their main project from the looks of it. So you'll see some overall similarities in feel in terms of action set pieces from that campaign, but it still has its very own unique take, as the combat is different, where you can command the Guardians of the Galaxy and you have this choices system which Marvel's Avengers doesn't have, and it's a lot more narrative focused overall as a game. Another difference from Marvel's Avengers is that this is a one and done campaign where all the content will be right there at launch for the game. They have no plans for DLC, live service, microtransactions, none of that will be present. The only outfit pack that they will have available for people to get will be through the pre-order, which has a throwback outfit pack, which looks really cool. If you're not into the unique take of the characters shown here, you can put out these costumes that resemble more the comic book looks for these characters. There's also the Cosmic Deluxe Edition, which features a steelbook, mini art book, 2 outfits, and a soundtrack. Everything else in terms of unlockables will be in the game itself. Perhaps the biggest surprise of them all is the fact that the game is coming on October 26th of this year. Considering all the delays, all the situations that have been happening overall in the game development landscape, it's quite the surprise that we got Guardians of the Galaxy to come out this year. But I think the fact that it's a single player story driven game rather than a game that has a live service platform or multiplayer, they being able to keep all those years of work just focus heavy on that campaign narrative. I'm very excited to check out this game. I will continue to cover any big news that we get for the game before the launch, and I'll be there on day 1 doing a let's play, hopefully, of the game. So let me know in the comments below what do you think so far of what you've seen of the game and what you have heard today. See you next time!